Boop. Hey. Hi. Hello. Me. That already know. So, how's it going? Welcome back to another stream. Sure, I'm late because I woke up late, and then not too long after I woke up was dinner. So decided to start after dinner, and then as I was eating dinner, I decided that we're gonna take a tiny little break from Dragon Age Inquisition to try out another game called Caves of Cud. I kind of tested it out last night. Uh, I was kind of watching, like, over the weekend, I was kind of watching a YouTuber, Krug Smash, who's like a Dwarf Fortress YouTuber, kind of playing it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try this out. It's an early access game. I don't usually play early access games, but it is surprisingly a very deep game mechanically. And yeah, it's sort of Dwarf Fortress-esque, specifically Dwarf Fortress like adventure mode, which like I never really played. I don't think that's out yet for the re re-release, the Steam release of Dwarf Fortress. But yeah, so it's kind of got that like ASCII graphical style and whatnot. Um, so like not gonna be the most visually impressive game, but like yeah, I was playing it last night just to like kind of test out, see how I liked it. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Um, but learned that it does not give you checkpoints very often. Which are basically like save points. And so I had gotten I God damn, my throat is like super phlegmy. I had I had gotten to like level 5 or 6 or something, exploring like this dungeon, and I died, and it sent me all the way back to before the dungeon when I was still level 1, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And so I stopped playing the game for the night. Um, I'm like, "God damn, all that progress gone." Just like that. As yeah, but also it was 10 a.m., so I'm like, you know what? And I realized how tired I was, so it was less of a rage quit and more just a man. That was sad. Um, and unfortunately, the only like save option in the game is like save and quit. So, yeah, we will be trying this out today. Very very different kind of game than what we've been playing. All right. I don't know what the map looks like. Okay. There's like a lot of options in this game. Okay. So we're not going to continue. We're just going to start with like a fresh game. I can show you the character creator. Lose your character when you die. Checkpointing at settlements. This creature is being neutral to you. No XP for killing. More XP for discovering and performing the water ritual. Checkpointing at settlements. One chance with fixed character and World Seed, currently in day 225 of 2024. Do this. Role play. Make a new character. So yes, let's show you the options. Presets. Pick from several preset characters. Once you get comfortable, you can customize them, create a new character, roll a random character. Choose a character from your build library. I would have one in that. Replay the last character you played. Alright, and do new. So yeah, you can either play as a mutated human or a truekin. So mutated humans have mutations. Moderate starting abilities and minus 600 reputation with the Brutus Templars. And Truekin, high starting cybernetics, access to cybernetics, 20 bonus skill points each level, bonus resistance based on arcology of origin, may rebuke robots. I don't know what that means. We're gonna play mutated. So my last character was a nomad. Okay, let's see. And these are like the different classes, I guess. Alright, Apostle. +2 ego, customs and folklore, intimidate, proselytize. Argonaut. +2 agility, short blade, tinkering, scavenger, acrobatics, spry, starts with random junk and artifacts. Greybeard. -1 strength, +3 willpower, cudgel, berate, calloused, +100 reputation with bears. +2 agility, pistol, akimbo, +200 reputation with mysterious strangers. Marauder, +2 strength, axe, dismember, charge, butchery. Pilgrim, +2 willpower, self-discipline, fasting way, iron mind, wayfaring. Nomad, +2 toughness, wayfaring. Wilderness lore, salt dunes, harvestry, weathered, +200 reputation with the Isakari tribe, stars of recycling suit. Scholar, +2 intelligence, tinkering, physic, nostrum, tactics, custom and folklore, harvestry, and then 2 random wilderness lores. Tinkerer, +2 int, tinkering, lay mine, set bomb, disassemble, repair, tinker 1, +100 reputation with the Barathromites. Begins with a number of random artifacts and scrap. Alright. Warden, +2 strength, long blade, shield, shield slam, bow and rifle, pistol, +300 reputation with the Fellowship of Wardens. What a merchant. +2 ego, short blade, snake oiler, +200 reputation with water barons, allowed entrance to many settlements for purposes of trade, starts with trade goods. Water vine, farmer. +2 toughness, cooking, gathering, harvestry, axe. Wilderness lore, marshes, +100 reputation with the villagers of Joppa, +200 reputation with the Farmers Guild, starts with random cooking ingredients. Be a farmer. Alright. And then we get to choose our mutations, and boy howdy, there's a lot of them. Okay. So, Chimera. You only manifest physical mutations, so all of these. And all of your mutation choices when manifesting a new mutation are physical. Whenever you manifest a new mutation, one of your choices will also cause you to grow a new limb at random. Esper. You only manifest mental mutations, and all of your mutation choices when manifesting a new mutation are mental. Unstable genome. You gain 1 extra mutation each time you buy this, but the mutations don't manifest right away. Whenever you gain a level, there's a 33% chance that your genome destabilizes and you get to choose from 3 random mutations. Alright, we've got like a bunch of these things. Dark vision. Okay. Additional melee attack whenever you make a melee attack. 4 arms. Take beguiling, because that was pretty fun. I kind of had my last character had beguiling, and it lets you basically charm creatures to make them like your companions. Random nearby location. Range 12. Go down 5. 50. I also had this on my last playthrough. I'm like identifying things. Next, attributes. This. Oh. Seems good, no? Summary. Alright, let's see. A Wadavine farmer, mutated human. We've got multiple arms, night vision, beguiling, and mental mirror. Okay. Just do a random name. Thisum. Alright, and we get to pick where we start. Okay, so we start at Java, recommended for new players. That's me. Random village in the salt marshes. Village teaches harvestry, plus 50 reputation with insects and fish. Start with a pair of crocuses. Salt dunes village. Random village in the salt dunes. The sneeze burned up. Village teaches fasting way, 100 reputation with reptiles, start with an Ishikari banner. Desert village. Random village in the desert canyons. Village teaches wayfaring, 50 reputation with equines, tortoises, and vines. Hill village. Random village in the hills. Village teaches butchering, plus 100 reputation with hermits. Start with a blood-stained neck ring. Store in Joppa. That's where I started last time. You embark for the caves of Cud. On the 6th of Siman Ut, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa, along the far rim of Mograi, the great salt desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock salt and brine stock. On the horizon, Cud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribbon sky. Press space, then press F1 for help. Alright. So this is the game. That's what it looks like. So, we got a lot of our abilities down here. So we can sprint, we can make camp, we can harvest, which is turned on. I guess it automatically happens. We can beguile creatures, and there's our mental mirror. Here's our log. And then let's see, we got our character name, our hunger and thirst. Don't quite know what that means. That's our money, which we use money. The Watervine farmer and mechanist convert yells, what of your artifacts? Make an offering of them to Shekinah at the sacred well. It's on the floor cushion, huh? Ah. Okay. Scrufia has been cut and re-sewn to a cowl, and he has tailored a vine wafer sack to approximate the slate habit of the Chromaic people. A sheaf of water vine bundled in copper wire is slung on his hip, and he rubs a salt-nailed thumb over a talisman of cracked circuit board. Hello. Wanderer, do you venture northwise into the great desert and nearer the 6 days stilt? What's the 6 days stilt? Ah, the great mechanist, temple of glass, the sacred offering well, and history of stone relief, or in stone relief, peopled by the ardent fathers in statue and light sculpture, encircled by the grand bazaar. I hear there are more people there than numbers in the void, and their chatter makes a sound wholly raw and new to the world. Will you go there and take my bauble? Will you offer it at the well where I cannot? Your bauble? Yes, my neighbor can tire of the tale. I was scything the vine when the flat of my blade turned something loose from the soil. My heart has stirred before at My heart has stirred before at the sight of chrome, but to feel a small splinter myself, to slide a bead on the abacus of beauty. Will you go then, and offer my bauble at the well? Why can you not go? Friend, I would be a smoldering heap, cooked to death by the ray of the dawn glider. I would be a slug-riddled corpse by the rifles of the Isakari. There is no kindness in the great desert, and little more in the canyons. I cannot go and live. What is the 16 Argent Fathers? I am no rector, understand, but they are the molders of Chrome, the gods under Shekinah, who brought metal edifices from the raw uh, Cassafessine sense. Will you go? Perhaps. Why? I would ask you make an offering at the sacred well of my bauble. Moon and sun, I beg you. I will make the journey. Moon and sun, friend. You have my deep and many-sided thanks. Here, take the trinket now, and if you're to ever return, let us visit again. Live and drink. Accept quest. You've received an odd trinket. You received a new quest. Oh, glorious Shekinah. Not yet, friend. Okay. What question? Stuffed with watervine chaff and glow crow feathers, this button pillow lets folk repose with crossed legs. Star apple tree. Star apples hang from ashen branches, motes of luscious red light in a bleached tableau. Okay. Look. Light gleams off the edging of a small curio. Examine. You identify your odd trinket as a bubble level. Look. A total pane of crystal bisects the straight edge and puts a gaudy bubble in center view. To check to see if things are leveled. I see. One dram of algal waters. Alright. Farmer's token. An ancient bronze coin with a square cut from its center. Time has furnished it with a turquoise tarnish. It's my Farmer Guild token. Is that what that is? Let's see, what do we got? Iron Vine Reaper. Wrought iron was molded to a crescent for scything the rough hides of vine water. Counts as an axe. We got woven tunic. A coarse flax waist is cinched with a water vine hemp rope. Alright, alright. Oh, yo, we got some pickles. The foulness of frying. Crisp pages of goatskin vellum are bound into a codex. Read. Herbal briny mushroom pastry, 1 serving of pickled mushrooms, 1 serving of fermented yuck wheat stem. Whenever you drink honey, you are immune to fungal spores for 6 hours. Stew with fermented tagine and sauteed salt. 1 dram of cider, 1 dram of salt, plus 4 to 5 quickness, guaranteed to be tasty if eaten while hungry. Briny bread and blinking porridge. 1 serving of fermented yonder cane, 1 serving of pickles. Can use Teleport Other at level 1 to 2. If you already have Teleport Other, it's enhanced by 2 to 3 levels. You thirst at half rate. Borscht and salt cookies, corrosive schnitzel, and beetle jerky. 1 serving of salt hopper chip, 1 serving of beetle jerky, 1 dram of acid. Guaranteed to be tasty if eaten while hungry. Plus 10 to 15% max HP, plus 10 to 15 acid resistance. Nice. You learned to cook herbal briny mushroom pastry. Nice. Add notes. Red. Oh. That way we now know that we've read it already. Dried la petals. Dried, these thick yellow-brown petals bear a closer resemblance to meat jerky than most other flowers. Adds fear-based effect to cooked meals. Okay. Bunched wafers reaped from the moisture-sucking water vine plant and bound by twine. Adds water and thirst-based effects on cooked meals. Alright. Pickles. Warded fruits are set as islands in an ocean of brine and jarred in a world glass. They rot at salt's pace now. Adds water and the thirst-based things. Okay. Which would bark. Lichen sticks in the winding grooves of woodshed, shimmering and smelling of spice. Heals and confuses when eaten. Control tab. Oh, so we can get like a cybernetic for like each of these. God damn. Alright, so this is our skill list. I learned that you kind of have to buy like this first before you can start getting any of these things. In like my test playthrough. Meal prep. We got 0 XP. Here's our attributes. Oh, that it shows what the next rank is. Tinkering. Have any tinkering? Journals, quests. Journey through the Great Salt Desert to visit the Merchant Bazaar and Mechanimus Cathedral, where a proselyte asks you to make an offering of a trinket. Reputation. The arachnids hate me, as do the bears. Cabal of the beetle jerky? Cannibals. Children of Mammon. Okay. Alright. Warden Iram. Big Iram shifts her weight between hind and forelegs. She shakes a storm of dust, of rust dander from the tines of her great horns, and she blows a halo of freezing air from her rime-veined hands. Loved by the Fellowship of Wardens, admired by the villagers of Joppa for defending their village, disliked by the villagers of Katam for disparaging a famous poet, admired by Svardim for making them feel welcomed at a supper feast. Oh, nice. Hello. What follows, then? I journey north to the 6 days still. If you don't get dry roasted by the fire stakes, ought to be the time of times. Better hit all the food stalls for samples, yeah? Who are you? Kodaram, warden of Joppa. I kill trouble? Don't be trouble. What's a warden? Nigh every settlement a cud keeps a warden. We snuff threats to the peace. Live and drink. Trade. Nothing to trade. Okay. This. Ctesiphus. 1-star ribbon knight, a ray cat, crossed the marshy loam and wandered into Joppa. The water vine farmers, wakened by the joyful cries of a small girl, gathered around to revel at the favorable omen and extol the generosity of the beetle moon. Since then, Ctesiphus has spent his days curled under the shade of brine-stock huts and sauntering over dirt paths. So long as he's approached with care, he welcomes the hands of friends and strangers alike. Phosphorescent. Chat. Soft moment. Live and drink. Pet. You pet Ctesiphus. Ctesiphus meows. You start to glow. Very well. Oh. Mehmet. He is a wind-carved man with a posture of a vine reaper. His spine is bent to point the bright turquoise of his eyes at a tilting angle. His hips are pushed out forward or odd forward with a slumping ease of a stance much more relaxed than his. If it weren't for the salt on his brow and the scarred knuckles, he would seem a marble sod parched under a crumbling tomb. Hated by the daughters of exile for telling a bawdy joke. Alright, Mehmet. Hello. A water hand. I live and drink traveler. I'm called Sisham. Mehmet, the tongue says. Live and drink, Sisham. Can you tell me about your village, Chopper? Water vine forum in the lap of the marsh. You've sucked the moisture out of vine waver, yeah? We tend the plant here. Wind off the great desert cools a touch and gives up moisture just enough. A tongue can taste 100 kinds of wind, you know. Anyway, that's where my wandering mind goes. Bowls about Joppa, I say, speak to the elder friend, Iludad. Up northwise, the path. I'm in search of work. Aye, I have it then. Something is eating a water vine round Beetle Moon. Karoon says he saw a creature, spider-like, slinking in the brine, but no cave spider would dare get so near Warden's stomps. I tasted a bit of red fleck in the pool, shale, like we find in the soil by Red Rock. Hike there, will ye, to Red Rock? Just about 2 parasangs north of Joppa. Cure the vermin and bring one's corpse back. For seeing what it is, Elder will take care to pay you after, water hand. Alright, I will do as you ask. Received, what's eating the water vine? Read. Got wafers. Tam, Dromad Merchant. Shot ink decorates the doula on his long neck in one of the 1,000 patterns of the camel folk. His ears are arrayed with gilded rings, and eyelashes flow down his face like water vine fronds. Across his back, a hump of moistured and healthy fat pushes his center of mass skyward. He's got a shillelagh. Hello. Ilbed, we are greeted. What do you desire? I am Sisham. Who are you? It is a pleasure to know this, human friend Sisham. I am Tam. Do you live here? Joppa is my home, yes. I walked Mograyi in the caravans of my brethren and the Saltback, but upon meeting Elder Irudad, knew at once to settle down here. You will understand, friend human, if you speak to him. What kind of creature are you? I am Dromad, human friend. Some say Salt Strider. Do you know this? I do not. My people have walked the salt for thousands of years, meeting every creature that lives and thinks. From Pale Sea to the marsh of Joppa, and under the hanging hills our chests are drawn. I desire nothing. Live and drink. Let's trade. Wow. Sunveil. Cloth in the sun, banning hue of salt sight, is folded snug, to the fit of head and neck. Leather armor. Oiled goat leather was cut to a cuirass and fit with straps and iron buckles. It smells of beeswax. Nice. Small platinum tube. Strange substance fills a channel of glass. A syringe. Damn, that token is expensive. Probably don't want to sell that. Camel bladder? Whoa. Large camel bladder knotted at the bottom and suspended with a strap of intestine. When worn, liquid in this item doesn't count towards your encumbrance. Huh. Fried processing core. A musket. Chrome revolver. I don't really have anything to sell yet. Oh, table. Branches of the living tree were resorbed and reformed into trunk knots. Then, hundreds of years later, the oiled saw of a gorged woodcutter disarranged the arbor geometry and flattened it for civil use. That history remains cast in 2 dimensions, powdered with dust and parched and scratched in pencil. All right. Sure thing, buddy. Tatters of a sweat-stained kufiya thrash in the wind from where they hang about the farmer's neck. Clasped in his gnarled brown hand is a curved vine reaper of iron with which he culls moisture-swollen wafers from the viridian plant called water vine. Shrine to Resef, the last sultan. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Resef. In 3 AR, Resef cleansed the marshlands of the plague of the Gir and taught Abram to sow water vine along its fertile tracks. You note this piece of information in the Sultan Histories, Resef, section of your journal. Pray. You voice a short prayer beneath the shrine of Resef. Who's this? It's fine. Terracotta board has been painted with ochre and ground iron. It reads Herbs and Tonics. Hello. Nimaruda. Sharp jade eyes are crow-worn to late middle age, and her lips are scarred with gas burns. Climbing over her back and neck are the jeweled segments of a great spiral tail and stinger. A bead of smoking gut juice gleams from the tip. Hello. Don't let your nostrums run dry on the road. I have what you need. What wares do you offer? Witchwood for pain, bandages for bleeding, yuck-wheat and honey for when your guts act up, cold caps when I can find them. Why not take a look? Where are you from? I grew up right here in Joppa, daughter of the elder and all. Spent some years delving, but gave it up after a few near escapes and nearly deadly wounds. I'm better suited to herbalism anyway, and my father worries less. Will you inherit leadership of Joppa from your father? Fates forfend. I would hardly like to lead a village and run a shop at the same time. Fair enough. Live and drink. I'm looking for work. Talk to Argive in his workshop to the west. Straight. What do you got? Sap mask. What a triangle pouch of burlap was impregnated with vinewood sap to absorb noxious vapor. That sounds useful. Drams of honey. Live and drink. Hello? Elder Irodad. A warm smile spreads over an old face freckled by time and a million crumbs of salt. He shrinks under a hunched back and drums the ground beneath him with a short and barb-crowned tail. A second pair of arms rise over the slump of his shoulder, where hands meet and fingers lace to form another face, this one vacant and prehistoric, no mouth and eyes desert white. Hello? Friend. Elder Irodad smiles. Live and drink. Come in, come, sit neath the cool shade. Cross a pillow there, and welcome to Joppa. You may drink of our fresh water, too, and quench your thirst. What is this place, Joppa? This, the oasis hamlet, neath the shelf of the world. A million breaths of salt, the wind heaves over the great salt desert Mogriye. And to the east, the rotting jungles of Cud. Here in the crack between the two, water vine can grow, and we grow it. Friend, can you tell me about Cud? There, land slopes up and is toothed in chrome steeples, ageless things, looming over the old earth tunnels, pillowed in rotting jungles and fungus groves, and broken against the mounts of the north they are, in the shadow of the spindle. There are people, friends, communities, And friends to no one, too. History's thick as a high salt sun, friend, and where the past is ground up like Matt's meal, a mix of life sets in. Adventurous ones set off for their own splinter of artifact, to both fates, life and death. You sell wares here? Here, speak to my daughter through the east door for herbs, and sitting Tam in the southeast has all manner of trinket against his chest adores. I'm looking for work. Work? Try Argive, friend, the tinker, always looking for trinkets to wire between. Go through his hut of sheet metal to the southwest. What can you tell me about the 6 days stilt? Such spectacle. The statues within, a revelation to the eyes. Chandlers enough to drain your skins dry, twixt shallows and beetle moon. Give a drink. Nothing to trade. Bookshelf. Wood planks are nailed in orthogonal angles, and dust sleeps on the sheets of paper jackets. History of Joppa. Schrodinger's page from the Annals of Cud. History of Joppa, Volume 1. Crisp pages of goatskin vellum are bound into a codex. Read it. This book recounts a tale from the history of the village Joppa. In the mystic air of jeweled dusk, a circle of farmers clasped hands and sheathed a vine reaper in the moistened soil. From then on, the villagers of Joppa were known as the people of the vine. Village histories, Joppa. Okay. Read this one. Tale. Since the first festival of Ut Yara Ux, the villagers of Joppa have feasted on warm apple mats. Cute. Schrodinger's page from the Annals of Cud. Nary a scholar knows who composes the Annals of Cud or when the chronicling began, but the quantivists devised a way to entangle their own pages with the official ledger, allowing them to insert themselves into the histories in a favorable light. A few such pages remain. Villagers of Tava chapter. Entangled text. The wooden bookshelf is not owned by you, and using the Schrodinger page from the Annals of Cud will consume it. Are you sure you want to do so? No, thank you. Friend. What is this piece of paper? I'll come back to try and read it. This painting. Nacreous oil wets the ecru linen and has dripped onto the easel. From the plane of the canvas, an image is pressed out. What does the image look like? Graffitied woven basket. Marsh reed was hand-crossed by warp and weft into a vessel for sheaf and other dry goods. Graffiti is scrawled across the surface. It reads, "The Emerald Aces." Open. No. Gram of wine. For work. Argive. Live and drink. Bizarre contraption. Broken. Knobs and rivets crisscross the inscrutable machine. Examine. Whatever it is, it's broken. Yeah? Small piece of scrap. Argive. His mushroom cloud of beard hair is powdered with all the abrasions of the trash sea. White lime, red iron, gold filament, opalescent shavings of the plastoglomerate. Chrome joints and pieces of scrap crystal are hooked to pockets lining his torso, and one of his bushy eyebrows is perpetually cocked, though whether that's a symptom of an insatiable curiosity or forehead mutation is unknown. Argyle, mumbling, exceeding mass thresholds, perhaps a ganglionic teleprojector filled with suspensors. Ah, I didn't notice you there. That's because I was adoring you. Waste heat from the thermal cask or centrifugal extraction to the P density of sun slag. Hmm. Unexpected deviation from the Planck constant. Archive cost. Must you bother me? What are you, some sort of water freak? Shrouded-eyed pilgrim? Argonaut? Make yourself useful and fetch me a knick-knack from one of the caves, then. I may reward you. Where can I find a cave? There are caves everywhere, you dolt. Scoop the surface of the marsh, or head on east to the rust wells, or wander into the desert for all I care. Alright. Finish the set, find a knick-knack. No. No, the knick-knack we do have is somebody else's. Supposed to offer that. Nothing. I will return with your knick-knack. Metal workbench. Steel and anointed with liquid chrome, cooled and beaten into a flat and workable surface. Bizarre contraption. Examine. You identify the bizarre contraption as a loudspeaker. Magnetized innards digest electrical signals and belch out the waveform, while the diaphragm breathes dust onto a brass grill. It contains wiring enabling it to function as part of a power grid consuming electrical charge. As an electric generator. A cased rotor is fed charge through a hand crank and supplemented by solar heat. Its scratched metal surfaces vibrate at ground frequency. Run this one. Sliding drawer cabinet. Slide drawers of galvanized metal are arranged in a cabinet of rectangles as assorted dimensions. Storage is fractal. Clean it. Open it. Mannequin. Biped form emerges out of a cocoon of wood and fiberglass. Examine. An electrodicus. Two copper bulbs form a spark gap that facilitates current along a path of ionized gas. The thing snaps and sparks at you. As part of a hydraulic transmission system consuming hydraulic power. Strange furniture. As a sewing machine. Inside the scratched metal C, a needle and a bobbin prepare to punch a pair of threads into a lock stitch. Initials are carved all around its pedestal. As a lathe. Hand, wheel, and spindle turn to sand off matter and gift the world with helices and round things. Metal duster crews on the ground beneath. Contains plumbing enabling it to function as a hydraulic. Contain as a power grid. I don't have a microchip for some reason. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Thoroughly explored this place. Important tip. You can go to the world map by pressing minus on the numpad or greater than, i.e. go up, from any surface zone. You can return to the region surface by pressing plus on the numpad or less than. Go down. Oh, what we got here? Here rests the body of Krurak, died of old age. Here rests the body of Ibas, injected one's Sphinx salt injector too many. Oh no, drug overdose. In memory of Nimomut, killed in a duel over some concentrated tartbeard gland paste. Here rests the body of Tarun Imut, gunned down by a sprouting orb. That sounds ominous. Here lies the body of Tukhak, died of unnatural causes. Suspicious. Shrine of Djeumed, wife of Shishri Kas. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient sultan, Djeumed. Deep in Hazutum, Djeumed stumbled upon a clan of highly entropic beings performing a secret ritual. Because of her transparent visage, they furiously rebuked her and declared her a villain to their kind. Location of Hazutum. Historic science. Visit Hazutum. Sultan histories. Pray. Hello? Anybody here? Nobody home? Oh, came night all of a sudden. Harvest. You harvest star apple from the north. The monkeys. Uncovering the map. Oh, stepped into water. Oh shit. See, the way combat works in this game is just kind of walk into where you're going, a crack. His hoary cracked scales look like marked stone. Well, you know what? I'm gonna beguile you. Oh, it has to be next to me. Friend. Let us trade. Stay warm, friend. His hoary cracked scales look like marked stone. Rename. From the Crocs culture. Zemepoki Huetelyotl. Well met, friend. Friend crocodile. Marvelous. A vine wafer. I see how I can harvest. I guess it's not just the ones that have green that I can harvest. And dog food. Wade through the waters. What's your name again? Zamapoki. Alright, Zam. Let's go. Adventure awaits. Oh, shit. Clean. A corpse. Get. You're carrying too much to move. What? Let us trade, friend. Have this corpse. Hogthorn. The tangled nest of roots spilled through the earth. The bark is splintered into pointy spines. The leaves are greasy and stinking. Ew. Stinky? Huh? What was that? Ooh, what's that? What? Burnt capacitor. Yoink. Another. There's more. What's going on? Dude over there, I think. Uh-oh. Dromeling? Patched together out of scrap metal, they teeter. What was the artist and maker thinking while banging metal into a likeness? They occupy a point between poles and several axes. Halfway between chimp and human, halfway between child and adult, they are small, and there are shadows under their chrome cheek. Hello, friends. What is going on? Monodofo, claimed Barythemite lecturer. Liked by Barythemites, disliked by the Umas Woe cult for tricking them into sharing their fresh water, disliked by oozes for some reason no one remembers. Alright, hello. Beep, boop, beep. Let us trade data disk. Creates electro bow. Damn! Shit's expensive. Here, take these, my friend. $43 worth of stuff. I can't buy shit. Trade and remain ever restless. Trash. Pile of debris. Fair enough. Where the fuck am I? Okay, there I am. Harvest. Already very different than my last playthrough. I didn't meet any chromelings. Oop. Some crocodile just got its ass beat. This. Which wood tree? These fucking crocodiles are getting murderized by stuff. Oh shit. Who are you? It's me. Oh. Still alive. God damn. Alright, maybe we make camp. Do some of that and some dried log petals. Rummaging over your surroundings, you find these ingredients: some dried law petals, some vine wafer sheaf, and a dash of dragonfly thorax. Toss them into a pot and stir. You eat the meal. You start to metabolize the meal, gaining the following effects for the rest of the day. You can use Intimidate. You thirst at half rate. Gained the activated ability. Intimidate. Let me wash off. There we go. Oop. Stepped in blood immediately. The warming phosphor of early Earth is neatly latticed by wood brick and functions now as a microscopic star. Extinguish. Dilute salt. Hmm? You're being attacked by shit. corpse. Bronze two-handed sword. Yoink. Yoink. A musket. Hopper mandible, a leather cap. Okay. Clothes, witchwood wreath. Twigs from the witching tree are paired and twisted to a garland for hind sun. Harvest. This leather wrap for the skull is stitched in the brimless style of those who prefer fitting into cracks, overshading the jeweled eye. Okay. Iron mace. Salt hopper mandible. 1d10, goddamn. Sheesh. Machine. Ooh. Iron battle axe. Ooh, that. We actually use axes. Where'd it go? Iron battle. 1d3. 1d2 plus 1. Double axe. Something's going on. Painted black robes. An iron dagger. Level 2. Let's go. Got 82 skill points. Where's from animal corpses? 19 strength and all that. Oof. Multi-weapon fighting. Ooh. 150. Goddamn. Persuasion. Eliminate menacing stare. Self-discipline. Meditate. You generate 3 times as fast. Thirst at 1/2 the normal rate. Metabolic effects from meals last twice as long. Reverse engineer. Learn how to build the item. Cool. Wonder how often we get attribute points. Can't increase it yet. Rip. 3 parsecs east and 1 parsec south. Like here, I guess. And X. Yoink. Finding a lot of these guys. Sap. Oh. Crocuses. Got some shoes. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. Hell yeah. What I'm talking about. Whoa. Mirror shades. That's so cool. Iron Vine Reaper. Sooty Smock. Another Vine Reaper. What Glowfish Corpse. Chest. Surface of the dull steel are cornered in brass and smudged with finger age. The lid is latched shut. But 2 weird artifacts. Yoink. A stun gas grenade Mark 1. Another artifact. There it is. Examine. Fungicide grenade. Cast iron bulb is clamped by a lever with a pull ring. It's etched with pictorials of withering fungi. Crocuses. Scoots are arranged like stony pikes around the apron of the shoe. Light reflects off the enamel. Plus 100%. Plus 100 reputation with unshelled reptiles. Put them on. Painted black robes. Wool was dyed in a bath of dread root and iron salt, and then woven to warm broad shoulders. Painted. Sometimes painted with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Kurad. After treating with the villagers of Ezra, Kurad convinced them to help him found a hermitage in Teolapir Manor for the purpose of chanting in devotion of snowflakes. They named it the Hermitage of the Wintry. Plus 50 reputation with the snowflake spinner host. Mirror shades. Hours of protection against visual flashbacks. Plus 100 reputation with mysterious strangers. Light flecks break themselves on the silver moat and rush back to their place of origin. The signifier becomes the signified. The simulacrum is realized. Put them on. Put on those cool shades. Actually see which ones you got. Star apple turned to 5 servings of star apple jam. 24 into 84 sheets. Glowfish left fin, an abominable brine reed, and a glowfish left fin. Eat the meal. Corrected vision. There are a lot of those little guys. What happened here? Me? I happen here? Stairs? Oop. Destination, current location. Okay. Oh. There we go. Hello? What we got here? Bristling. Straw orchid saliva pools at the tips of its digging fangs and drips onto pallid leg things. It shudders in the capture of some pristine ecstasy lost to time, space and time, and it lets out a proud and piercing whine. Oh shit. Follow us? Doesn't seem like it. Slightly injured. Yikes. Oh, we're like way far back. We're like super far back. I have to get my alligator friend again. Oh, I just saw a dude. If I just like press space in places. Building zone. Legendary glow pad of Janthacard leaf. Hello? I mean, the glow pads do not seem to be hostile to me. Hello? Being attacked by. Hitting vine. Small boulder. Shimshell Mangrove. Where is this legendary friend? Were they fighting? Oh shit. God damn. Oh. Bedroll. Already died. There were two things there. Look at that again. Right. It was like just 2 over, right? Alright, found the layer again. Holy fucking shit, these spitting vines, dude. They keep wrecking me. Oof. Friend. Alright. We have our crocodile friend again. Which is good. Excellent. Now we have a friend to help us in our adventure. Live and drink. Where is this so-called legendary glow pad? Oh, a dungeon. Or a cave or something. I got called down for something. We're gonna take a break. Oop. Take this opportunity, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, some drink. We'll be back in I don't know how long. Could just be like a minute. BRB. I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what. That's what ice cream I went. Oop. Alright. I want to know what possible ice cream I might want to have tonight for like dinner. Nothing to trade, huh? What was that? Bedroll. Goat wool bed fastened with canvas ties. That. Quite a few bedrolls here. But like, where is the legendary low pad? Oh, like blocked by a mangrove. Oof. Oof. Bones. So many bones. Tissue was mineralized while it grew and then snapped off the tree of living things to become an artifact of life. Those plants seem to be doing something. What is this? A door. The slate is touched with years of handprints and a ring of rust flakes off the top of the hinges. The door continues, though, its stubborn assertion of in and out. And where's that one thing that was shooting at me? Seems to have gotten killed. Hello? Wondering if it was possible to, like, go diagonally. It is not. on. What is happening? What the fuck did I just kill? What? There was apparently something. I have no idea what it was or where it was, but there was something. Let us save and quit. And then we continue. There's my test one. Now we go downstairs. Hello? Ah. Damn, that almost leveled me up right away. Mr. Legendary. What is this? Dreadroot? Refuses to speak to you. Skin peels on the tuber belly as it hums with grounding bass. Then the shoots throb in upsetting staccato. Hello? My friend. Low pad. There's no indication of understanding. Bedroll here. Close. Close. Sleep. Until waning beetle moon. The waxing salt sun. You are famished. You will act more slowly until you eat again. Cook ingredients. Got some that, and let's go with that. And some bygone glowfish cheek. Whenever you become afraid, you don't thirst for the next 12 hours. Very nice. Pile of debris. Hello? Huh? Huh? Oh, it's burning the trash. Huh? This is like a very dangerous spot to be in. There we go. My crocodile just leveled up. Stay warm, friend. God damn. I almost fucking died. Oh. Get my strength up. Because apparently I need more. Flurry. Dungeon roguing, are you, writer? Indeed I am. Indeed I am. How you doing, Cap? Crimson folklore. Actful. Trash divining. Whenever you rifle through trash, there's a 5% chance you piece together clues and learn some random secret. That sounds amazing. Secrets of the universe. My beck and call. All I must do is dig through the trash. Shake it off, shake it off. Doing good, just woke up. Nice. Oh, bam. Luring. You make an attack with every hand, including extra hands granted by mutation or technology. Is that good? Oh, I didn't. Oh. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I didn't kill all those thingamawhatsits this time around. Yeah, welcome to Caves of Cud. Ooh. A chest. Put in an arrow. Cloth rose. An odd trinket. My little healing dance. I have this game, I think, but haven't really played it. Like Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode. There we go. Just waiting for my little guy to heal up, you know? Hello? What is this? Large boulder. Friend. My friend. My pet alligator. Please, take this boulder upon yourself. Hello? Now my alligator's overburdened. Return the boulder to me, my friend. Jesus. Like 500 fucking pounds. Drop it. Oh. Don't penetrate it. Yet. Or I throw a weapon. How do I use a thrown weapon? How do I throw this boulder? Menus, actions, venture, fire missile weapon. Throw thrown weapon, T. Yes. There we go. We win. That boulder very well. Blocked by some rubble. Irregular volumes of stone are heaped together across its surface. Points of order poke sporadically through the pile of entropy. A statue's finger, the gnomon of sundial, a parcel of circuit board. Let's see. Where the stairs go? there stairs here? Am I crazy? I think the glow pad, one of the glow pads moved onto it. Now I can't see it. Yeah, there's a set of stairs down. There it is. Let me use stairs, please. It's not letting me use the fucking stairs. There we go. A doorway over this way. Oh. A table. A basket. Nothing in. Would you like to store an item? No. Me? Hello? Are you the legendary glow pad? Someone was camping down here. Or a giant centipede. Oof. What the fuck happened? It's you? They're attacking me. I don't know why they were attacking me, but they were. That wasn't. But without saving, yes. Wait, without saving. What? What the fuck? It overrides your fucking save? Alright, that's stupid. What the fuck? Show brain log. What the fuck does that mean? I need to get my pet alligator again. Here we go. We're friends now. Where did the glow bugs suddenly? That's what I'm wondering. If this is still there. Back to level 2. Again. Yoinkies. It's a bedroll now. Regular on the thing is dead. God damn it. God damn it. So annoying. Cheap. Oh, you can go there. Kind of have to select it. Can't use the arrow keys to get it. A healing shimmy. Bones. We set your checkpoint in settlements. S name. Happy. Oh. Uh-oh. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Level 3 again. Let's go. Put that towards strength. And then we got this. Boop. Bam. Okay. seekers. No! My crocodile! My baby boy! Holy shit, that thing would not die. Gear iron. Break 'em. Oh. You know you could do that. Get down there. Okay. Should I go out and get another? Bones. Oh. Snapjaw feeder. Fur is matted and blood brush clumps across his skin. Long fangs break the plane of his bristly snout. His hind legs tick and he reaches with his forepaws for the reassurance of the dirt. In the earth's lightless recesses, troglodytes are reclaimed by the primal forces that once shucked them around toward civilization. My friend. Main menu. Continue. He didn't become my friend. Try this again. Nope. Uh-oh. What is this? Racked into rents in the shell, the spunescent blooming whatever. Snapjaw out there. Just camping me. Ew. Huh. Go get myself another pet alligator. I think I might need one. A friend. Scum. Slime. It's a new area. What the fuck? Shenny Harama. Beetle Boy. The hull is time decked in verdigris, rotator arm likes driven by gears or encapped instead of hands by a shovel and hacksaw. Reprogrammed by the mechanimists. Below. Let us trade, friend. Have this robe and this arrow. The Cantcore's chromatic versus 12 to 24. I don't got the money for that. Hey, do you want to join me? Utterly impervious to my charms. Oh no. Not my charms. Not my lucky charms. Hmm? Oh, hello. You knew the village. Are we up here? Where the fuck is Joppa, dude? Alligator friend. Come. Kobolds. Wet bark armor. Can at least collect these things so that Snapdraw warrior. Sorry, friend. Copper nugget. Me and my new best friend. A traitor to his people. There you go, that's my boy. What is this? Armor rack. There you go. Wide-brimmed hat, my favorite type of armor. Sun and moon mask. Fancy sounding. A water skin. This. Droplets. Okay. Oop, oop. And gentle Irabra root. Hello, friend. Plastics of fur, dress skin, stretched over top muscle. Upright she stands, but she looks ready to drop onto fours. Her snout snarls and her ears twitch. She barks, and her hyena tribeskin answer. Engraved hand axe. That's a bit of a doozy of a name. There we go. That one's better. Barbara O. Wifogo. Alright, Barbara. You're my new best friend. Hot fire on soapstone bleeds into damp night at a twilight terminus drawn in blood. The mask wearer assumes this in all dualities. That's fucking sick. Wide brim hat. The crown is crushed by wear into 100 papery creases, and the brim is stained in the fractal signatures of sweat and salt. Weird artifact. A stun rod. Quilted shawl. Wool of many colors was horse-bought from the dromads and sourced beyond the pale sea in its great pan of salt. Once the Issachar spun it to yarn on the wheel, a marsh dweller hand-knotted the seat. Withstand cold resistance. Oh, cool. We've got layers and layers of stuff now. A stun rod and another furs. Okay, his life is salt sucked. Very nice. Alright, we went up a bunch of levels. Okie dokie. Days stunned, you have a toughness minus 10% chance to shake off the effect. You also take 25% less damage from poison. Diminishing stare. Of discipline. Generate 3 times faster. Hurdle, you receive no penalty to your DV while sprinting and jump. Does this count as cudgel? These count as axes. cudgel. Let's see. What about this? 17 agility. What do we need for that? 3 mutation points. Crocodile. I think it's dead. Hello? What the fuck? Aggle maggot. Coming after me. Holy shit. A wolf boom move. Swarm alpha. Oh dear. Decreased from reputation with crabs has increased. Withdraw merchants has increased. I see. Lacquered engraved staff. A steel battle axe. A nugget. A buckler. Fuck. Figured my friend is still here. This is different. It's already different. Trash monk. Yo. Ooh. How many centipedes? Turn down. Capacitator. Okay, I think the boy got killed again, but this time it wasn't by me. There's so many centipedes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! I died. so many centipedes. What the fuck? Why? And I don't think we're ready for this place. Yeah, we're definitely not ready for this place. One day. I'll still make like waypoints or stuff. Travel to Red Rock. I see no red rocks. Which wood tree? One's red for some reason. Harvest. Ah, I guess the red one means I can harvest from it. Hello, goat. Stuck on nothing. Oh, found the graveyard. Back in town. Raid, please. What have you got? Leather moccasins. Did I get? Was this an artifact? See, before talking to this guy. Here's your knick-knack. Gear iron. You finish this step, return to Argive of the quest. Fetch Argive a knick-knack. Plus 75 XP. Nice. Ah, Are you a useful one after all? Go fetch me another. Rash, I know that we have like a trained warrior on our side. Ooh, star apple. Encrusted. Return to here. My dungeon nemesis. Did I ever give you a name? Yes. Barbara. Come, let us conquer this place. Who's this? Friend? What are you up to? What are you doing? I wonder if I can give you, like, new arms and armor. Table. A weird artifact. Examine. Fungicide. Take it. Where this? Open. Nothing. Not what I wanted to do, but okay. Goat jerky. Bedroll. Do I have a bedroll? No. No. My bedroll now. Mine. Oh shit. Oh shit. What was that? You good, buddy? I don't have any things for you. Yeah, looks like he's no longer bleeding. She's no longer bleeding. Sorry. The fuck? Arcanaut. A hood shades her face from the salt sun and the halogen lamps of the vacated Underearth. Her cloak bulges around a scrap bag slung about her waist, and her core is tense with the promise of the chase. Hello. Tense at your approach. They've got some wine. Chest. Overalls. Small turquoise tube. Like some sort of syringe. As a rubber gum injector. Yo, we can become Luffy. A slender metal tube used to deliver various tonics directly into the bloodstream. Okay. Plus 100% electric resistance, plus 25 cold resistance, minus 1 armor value, plus 5 to saves versus being restrained, minus 5 to saves versus bleeding. You only suffer half damage from bludgeoning attacks, you only suffer half damage from falling, you cannot be grabbed. This item is a tonic. Applying one tonic while under the effects of another may produce undesired results. We got some drugs. They killed each other. Oh, no, they didn't. Why are you going around killing everything, buddy? It's kind of cringe. Why? Am I now being attacked by these guys? Okay, the ones in this area don't automatically attack. That's good. Frivolous lives. Disquisition of the malady of the mimic. Iron. Another level. Would you like to spend your mutation points? Two-hearted. You have 2 hearts plus 2 toughness. You can sprint 30% longer. Ego projection. Through sheer force of will, you perform uncanny physical feats. Augments 1 physical attribute by an amount equal to twice your ego bonus for 18 to 22 rounds. Give me 2 hearts, please. My multi-arms. Ooh, bandage. Fractured microchip. Alright, we got a few trinkets. Examine. Salt mill. Carved and stained olive wood houses the steel teeth that grind irregularities from cooking salt. I got a salt shaker. Amazing. I got 2 salt shakers. Beautiful. Our frivolous lives. Oh boy, a lot of reading here. Alright. Frivolous Lives, being the foremost catalog of humanoid kings by the Bakata Utarch, Volume 1. Preface. This record draws upon the notes and accounts of the constituents of the Consortium of Phyta. Hearsay from those who observed the futile lives of the humanoid kings and personal anecdotes of the kings themselves, who in their struggles to remain relevant beyond their seedling-like lifespans, managed to record some useful data. God damn. As a matter of convention, I date the reigns of the humanoid kings according to their chronological distance from an event of paramount historical significance, namely the publication of these volumes. Accordingly, take my suffixal notation rendered after the parenthetical dates to signify their occurrence prior to publication. So, prior publication. Got it. The scattered age, question mark, to 100 years before this publication? During this period of humanoid prehistory, the greater Gersh entities roamed Outer Cud and humanoid communities were largely isolated. Consortium records predate the end of the Scattered Age. However, they are disparate in their assertions and ultimately unreliable. The period's dearth of scholarship is likely a result of traditions derived from Hegelrut's contempt of writing implements. Abraham I, from 197 prior to publication, the first humanoids to successfully unite the farmsteads of Western Cud was Abram, called the Sower. According to the lore of Abram's descendants, of which the consortium has chosen not to disabuse them, Abram's call to arms rallied his kinsmen, and under his sovereignty they drove the greater Gersh entities beneath the surface to the depths of Inner Cud, at which they now roost. To follow were 2 or 3 decades of jubilation and prosperity that lasted until the day Abram, disillusioned by the growing tumult among his sons on the question of succession, famously beat his sword into the plowshare and dissolved his kingdom. Alright. No reign from 97 to 96 prior to publication, so like 1 year of no king, or I guess 2 years maybe. The years that followed Abram's dissolution were marked by fear, turmoil, and bloodshed. His sons fought fiercely for control of the farmsteads, while water barons conspired against them and in some cases staked their own claims. At last, sometime between 970 and 960... Oh, there's like a... Okay. So this is 1,000 years. So he reigned for 30 years. Okay, and then for a decade. Okay. Abram acknowledged the futility of the prospect of peace without his providence and returned to the throne with his sword in hand. Abram I, again, from 960-something to 954 PP. Unfortunately for the reluctant king, his second reign proved to be much less auspicious than his first. The jealousy among his sons never died, and what little record remains of the period indicates Abram spent the remaining years of his life in anguish over what his rulership had wrecked. Cairo I, Edom, Emir, On I, from 954 to 946 PP. Having never publicly named an heir, Abram left his kingdom to the devices of his scheming sons. No consensus was reached among them, and for 8 years the brothers warred until Cairo I was able to consolidate power and wrest his father's kingdom from the grips of his brother's lifeless hands. Cairo I, 446 to 946 to 925 PP. For all his disinterest in brotherly love, Cairo I was an able statesman and an effectual leader. During the course of his 21-year reign, he repelled the mountaineering barbarians who raided Cud from the north, established trade relations with Kava, the Tree of Life at Enroj, and renovated 2 of southern Cud's shimmering archways. He died of old age in 925 PP and bestowed the throne to his son Cairo II. Cairo II proved to be nothing like his prodigious father. In the course of 6 short years, he despoiled his grandfather's kingdom. Ignoring the advice of his counselors, he insisted on levying harsh taxes on a young Barathum and his disciple Tinkers, and in short order, the Urshib severed their ties with the kingdom of Cud and left Cairo with no access to the artifacts he needed to protect his people. Furthermore, he was a notorious wastrel. He spent the entire year of 922 PP in the freshwater bath, which he ordered his servants to continuously refill. Lastly, and most egregiously, he incurred the disfavor of the consortium by humiliating 2 of their dignitaries, who were visitors of his court, by commanding they pose still for several hours while he hosted his autumnal feast. Mercifully, he was assassinated in 919 PP. No reign from 919 to, quite a while, 889 PP. Following the disaster of Cairo II's reigns, Cud plunged into one of several dark periods of disjointed rule. From what little data on the period survives, we note that life proceeded much as it had in the days before Abram. Moisture farmers sucked the dry land, landlords protected their serfs, and madcaps hunted their fortunes in the innumerable chrome corridors of Inner Cud. K4, K5, 889 to 873 PP. Given the circumstances of Cairo II's reign and the decades of tribulation that followed, we were able to form some understanding of why the humanoid denizens of Cud would rally behind a robot king. Little is known of K4, K5's life prior to his regal ascension, but it is believed to have emerged from the cavern called Siloam sometime during the Dark Age. In its humanoid subjects, we suppose it found a purpose to its theretofore capricious life, and in it his subjects found a kind and affable ruler who unified farmsteads and mining settlements that had been estranged for 30 years. In the end, though, even K4 K5 could not escape mortality, and in 873 PP it succumbed to a severe bout of flash rusting. Before it perished, however, it named its pupil, Mehmet of the Hills, as its heir. Mehmet's first order of business, upon taking the throne, was to honor this predecessor with the commission of a monumental statue that still stands today in northeastern jungle near the Mount of Olives. Mehmet the First, 873 to 844 PP. Possessed of the indefatigable patience of his mentor and a singular learning to improve the lives of his subjects, Mehmet I successfully preserved order in Cud for nearly 30 years. He benefited from the auspicious lull in the reproductive activities of the Gersh entities, and he wasted none of the time fate had given him. For the years of 871 to 866 PP, he dispatched envoys to the Great Salt Desert, Magrayi. Hundreds of Cudians perished at the lands of the nomadic tribes, expired to heat exhaustion, or met fates worse still, until in 866 PP an unnamed emissary made contact with the Dromad merchants. The Dromads, who had believed the inhabitants of Cud too barbaric for trade and had dismissed the region for centuries, began at last to include Cud in their world-spanning treks. These visits stopped abruptly when Mehmet's successor, Uttut the Boorish, slaughtered the first Dromad caravan to arrive after the onset of his reign, but the precedent for trade relations was established nonetheless. Domestically, Mehmet I set out to construct the first library of Cud in the far southern jungles, but his efforts were cut short by the barbarian invasion of 850 PP. The peaceable king spent the remaining 6 years of his life repelling the incursion of the barbarians over the Mount of Olives, but he was not skilled in the arts of war, and in 844 PP, the barbarian king Uttut sacked Moshershire, beheaded Mehmet, and seized the throne. Not Mehmet, not my boy. Uttut the Boorish, 845 to 838 PP. Following the regicide of Mehmet I, Cud inherited its first foreign-born ruler. It is the belief of some that nurture is the mother of nicety, and that endowed with the proper tutelage, anyone may come to cultivate the self-possession of a rightful gentleman. In Uttut the Boorish, we observe this hypothesis disproved. Upon settling in to his recently raised capital of Moshershire, Uttut installed several local aristocrats to positions of power in his court. By year's end, he had slaughtered them all. At every turn in the labyrinth of diplomacy in which Uttut had found himself, he chose instead to smash through the walls. This doctrine of carnage actually served Uttut well for several years. The blue-blooded water barons were terrified of him. The kings of his rival barbarian clans were satisfied with pillaging the outskirts of Cud, and even the sons of man kept to themselves in their stronghold of Udin. For all the boorish king's might, however, he was not immune to poisonous gas. It was with his knowledge that Wisterwort the... Holy shit. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Roman numerals DCXLVIII. What would that be? 648. Wisterwort the 648th was able to win the throne and inaugurate the first and only plant dynasty in Cud's history. Wisterwort the 648th, 838 to 833 PP. Upon hearing the news of the king's death, Uttut's political adversaries cheered Wisterwort as a hero. They were soon disabused. Whereas Uttut was known to vanquish anyone who opposed him, Wisterwort did not bother to reckon that distinction. For those that did survive the Black King's fickle expulsions of lethal gas, they found themselves subjects to rather odd rules of law. For instance, in 837 PP, Wisterwort mandated that humanoid babes were to be nursed with wine instead of their mother's milk. In the following year, he commissioned a minstrel to author a musical play. The Black King was so delighted with the result that he commanded all his subjects to learn the various roles of the play and to alternate performing it nightly in their respective villages. For the 5 years of his reign, Wisterwart's eccentricities were humored amidst a backdrop of famine, disease, and poisonous gas. In the winter of 833 PP, and for reasons undocumented, the accomplished Weed fell into a deep depression, and before the winter solstice had passed, he strangled himself. He was survived by his heir, Wisterwart the 649th. Wisterwart, okay. Wisterwart averred that history would judge him kindly, and it has. While it is true that more people perished under his reign than any of his predecessors, and that he accomplished very little of lasting historical value, one can only fathom how unpleasant it must be to live in such close proximity to so many humanoids for so long. Indeed, it is a wonder that poor king did not take his own life sooner. God damn. God damn. This author hates humans. Wisterworth of 400s, the 649th, ruled from 833 to 833, 1 year. Not even a year. Possessed no interest in ruling over a humanoid kingdom, and he abdicated mere hours after inheriting the throne. Nice. Based. No reign, 833 to 738 PP. This 60-year period of anarchy was particularly arduous for the denizens of the Rust Caves. The wake of the Wisterwart dynasty had left no humanoid fit for rule. Cud was plagued for decades with torrential glass storms fed by the westerly winds out of Mograyi, and gishlings poured forth in enormous numbers from the lairs of their mothers. It wasn't until Abraham II, like his namesake before him, roused his countrymen and set out to rebuff the Gishling throng in 787 PP, that Cud was reunited as one. With the story of that ill-fated king does the second volume of my chronicle begin. Cool. Disquisition of the Malady of the Mimic. By Q-Girl. I like to reproduce a perspective I recently shared with a friend, a lamplighter by trade and an artist too, who shied away from the topography tournament at the festival at Utyara Ux because of a fear in her heart. She suffers from the malady of the mimic, the all too common sickness that makes us feel like we're performing our lives instead of inhabiting them, that we don't belong next to those who've won success, nor do we deserve those same successes when we've won them ourselves. I've counted myself among its victim in the past, and occasionally I still do. Oof. They're talking about imposter syndrome. First, indulge me for a short while. On a shelf in my workshop sits a simple contraption called a morphoscope. It's comprised of two parts, an armature of pliable aluminum wire and a rotary base. Its purpose is to communicate a three-dimensional form from a two-dimensional viewing plane. The armature can be contorted such that, when viewed in its still state, it looks like a jumbled mess of wire, but when viewed in rotation, it assumes a familiar form of an object, such as a bird or a Ushib countenance. What's this have to do with the malady of the mimic? To answer that, we must deconstruct the malady. Let's ask, what is it to be a mimic? To appear as a thing but feel like another. Essentially, it's a phenomenon of semantic distance, a sensation of the space between what we perceive in others and what we perceive about ourselves. We've constructed a representation of what, in the case of my friend, a proper artist and topographer looks like. Why do we have such trouble squaring that representation with our own image? The answer lies in the richness of our self-perception. We see ourselves in stereo, our wire armature applied by our experiences, our self-image formed by rotating it about the axis of time. What we call artist or typographer is just a jumbled mess of wire, an unfamiliar pattern we give a name to in absence of the context of life's motion. Were we to see our peers in rotation, gain perspective on our doubts, their fears, their pain, the jumbled mess of a pattern would disappear into the familiar form of a person. And conversely, had we the capacity to freeze our own motion, To see ourselves absent of the context of our doubt, fear, and pain, we'd see an artist and typographer just the same. There's a fable about a mimic who seeks to belong but never does, whose ambition ultimately leads to a grisly fate. Its moral serves an ideological function, to keep us from belonging where we already do. So let me say to you now, belong, friend. We wait for you jealously, or joyously. Wholesome. Very nice. Cool. Bedrolls. A lot of bedrolls. Spooky. Bunch of bones. Nothing in that. Nothing in that either. Live and drink. The Aurelian meteorite. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of an ancient sultan, Oshid. Oh shit. While reciting the properties of her favorite star, Oshid cemented her friendship with unshelled reptilians by marrying Huecatotl. In honor of the affair, the unshelled reptiles bestowed upon Oshid a wedding gift they called Marriagica, reptiles' favor. Oh. Wrought iron fence. I can't get to the stairs. Oh dear. Okay, so already at the stairs. Wait. It's the legendary one. A leaf disc gleams through luminous veins, loved by flowers, hated by the daughters of exile for insulting their scientists? How? Hated by the for questioning the origins of the moon? For impersonating one of their leaders? The plant gives no indication of understanding. Your thirst is mine, my water is yours. You share your water with a Janther leaf, legendary glow pad to begin the water ritual. Reputation with flowers increased by 100. Because they despise Janther leaf, legendary glow pad, your reputation with the Daughters of Exile decreased by 100 to negative 100. You are now despised by the Jamidian clan. Live and drink, water sheep. Share your secrets with me, water sheep. Would you teach me your ways? Award an additional 100 reputation. Teaches you persuasion. Now have menacing stare. Live and drink. Goodbye. Oh, legendary glow pad. Let me go up. How the fuck? I really don't get this, man. Indicate direction. Take a step. Control space. How do I fucking use it? Menacing stare. Ah. There we go. Oh shit, they still hate us here. No, 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 no. Finally met our legendary hero. Let's fucking go, dude. Here it is. Archive. Are you a useful one after all? Go fetch me another. Here, take this, salt milk. Archive whistles. Impressive, you. Maybe you're fit to poke around my workshop and swap scrap with me. I've been wanting another apprentice, so unfortunate about Scruff. What with the disembowelment and all, take a seat there. Archive raises both eyebrows. Now, to screw the nut on the bolt with an explanation. I'm on the cusp, you see. A grand discovery. The weird wire conduit is near assembled, and once it is, we'll be able to chat with anyone in instant time. From here to the id freehold. But before I can finish, I need wire. As much as you can find, at least 200 feet. We should be able to scavenge it from the rust wells. Alright, sure. Weird wire conduit. Eureka. Can invent telephones. Identify. 7 drams of fresh water. Boy, this shit's expensive. Hey, I got $69 dollarinos. Goggles. Plus 50 reputation with insects. Chrome-based rings and swarfs of leather are precisely cut from a tinker's stencil, but the real signature is on the glass, a scatter of speck-sized fractures from the high salt gales. Pocketed vest. A scratchy kirtle was taken to a pocket seamstress and accoutered for cave delving and trinket fishing. 2 almonds. Okay. Sandals. Increase the chance of recovering additional bits when you disassemble an artifact. Copper nut. I don't have enough yet. At checkpoint. Huh. We shall end it here for today. Yes. Bit past 9.